All right, so explain the challenges for the United States as entering World War II. So think of it as Pearl Harbor happens, right? This awful, terrible attack, and what we need to do in order to prepare ourselves for war and get involved because now we're in it, right? There's no other way around it. So, what are some of the obstacles for us? What do we have in front of us here before we enter the conflict? All right, there you go. So I'll give you guys some time. Think about maybe we're not just fighting on one front. Think about the styles of warfare. I don't know. We're not doing too good economically at the time of the 1930s. Think of that. What event was going on? All right, there's a lot to it. So I'll give you guys some time. All right, here we go. So challenges for the United States as we enter the war. So one big thing here to remember is after Pearl Harbor, what about our naval fleet? Is it in tip-top shape, huh? No, definitely not. Right? So our whole Pacific fleet wiped out for how long, Damien? A half a year, right? So that's a challenge right there. If you don't have it, write it down. So again, our whole Pacific fleet wiped out for about a half a year. That's going to be a problem, especially as Japan sees this as an opportunity. They're going to expand out in the Pacific. They're going to expand even more in Asia while we're trying to repair ourselves. Man. All right. What's another issue? What's another concern? Hey, Elliot. Yes, good job. So the next day we declare war on Japan, December 8th, right? And as we declare war on Japan, we're fighting in the Pacific, which is mostly a war that is out in the open water. Battleships, aircraft carriers, how these airplanes are going to dogfight above these aircraft carriers, right? In the open water, right? These are floating fortresses, these aircraft carriers. So this warfare is going to be totally different, right? We're also going to hop island to island. It's literally called island hopping, right? So we're going island to island to try to push Japan back to their island. So yeah, this war is a lot different here in the Pacific compared to Europe. In Europe, it's mostly on the land, right? Yeah, it's not like trench warfare that you saw in World War One. Yeah, there'll be trenches, but it won't be as what we saw there with stagnant fighting. Now you got armored divisions, now you got tanks that are moving at rates, which is gonna break that gridlock. You're gonna see fast paced attacks, like, what was that again? Lightning warfare, what's that called? Dave? Blitzkrieg, right? So yeah, these attacks here are gonna be a lot different. So again, mostly land here in North Africa and Europe, and then over in Asia, right in the Pacific, it's gonna be mostly out in the water. So these are two totally different styles of fighting, two totally different areas. We mentioned with Germany in World War One. Did it work out for them fighting in the two-front war? No, right? So this is gonna be a challenge for us. All right, what is another challenge here for us? So in World War One, how long did we actually fight in that war? How long did we actually fight in that war? Do you remember? 1 year, right? So 1917 to 1918 and then done. That's it. So did we really understand what warfare was really like? I mean, we got a taste of it, sure, but in all reality, we're coming to the party late. And were we prepared? No. Right now, fast forward 20 years, we weren't militarizing. These other countries like Japan, like Germany, like Italy, they were. Now let's face it, in 20 years, have things got more innovative? Yes, they have, right? These armaments, these planes, these tanks, these weapons look totally different. So, yeah, I mean, we're not prepared whatsoever. That's another challenge you guys should write down. So again, hopefully you guys write this down. It's gonna be a question on the test moving forward here. All right, last thing here. When it came to creating a large military, producing military supplies, were our factories open? Huh? What were we going through? Ian? The Great Depression. So yeah, it's not like we can just turn on the lights here and just start pumping out these tanks and planes and bombers. No, it's not gonna happen that quick. It takes about 2 full years for us to actually get to this point where we're just throwing these war machines off the assembly line. So yeah, it's not gonna be that quick. It's gonna take some time. Again, the depression hit us hard. Our factories or industries were shut down for some time now at this point. So again, it's gonna be difficult for us to get back up on our feet. Anyway, those are the challenges here in front of us. Again, how we deal with the challenges, we already know. We do a pretty darn good job. But, right, this is a pretty full plate for us. All right, so what I want you guys to do now is when you go to modules here, you'll see an assignment called A Map of the Pacific, 1942. So what I'd like you to do is just go through and label this map, just like you did with the European map, but this time it's going to be the Pacific Theater. So now we're looking at Asia and the Pacific Islands. So here's map of the Pacific. You click on it. Now, if you want to fill it out in your iPad, go ahead. That's what you want to do, fine. All right, you guys can do that, with Canva, with Candy. You're going to do it in the Photos app, by all means. Have fun with it. All right, and then I want you to color in the areas that Japan, the Axis powers had control of up to 1942. Okay? You guys can access that presentation I have, which shows an image of it. All you gotta do is literally just draw in the lines exactly where Japan went, okay? And you just gotta look at the map and label it, obviously, and know how far they went. So, in doing so, when you go to the chapter page, you just go to the presentation titled World War II, America Enters the War. And on slide 8, you'll see it right here. Okay, you guys see it right there? It's pretty simple. All we're going to do is go back to the map and then just fill that in just like you see it on that presentation. So it gives you an idea where Japan is, how far they expanded, Southeast Asia and Pacific Islands. Okay? Should be pretty easy. Do you want a paper copy? They're up front. Okay, you want a paper copy? Colored pencils are up front too. All you need is red. That's it. All right, and then when you're done, just put the color pencil back. I'll go over some of the answers with you too then at the end. Okay, but for right now, you guys can work on it, get most of it done here. And then more or less, it's just gonna be me going through it, and if you need to correct something, great. And you guys are prepared, you have a study tool for the test coming up, not next week, but the following week. Okay, good, all right. Color pencils are up there, paper copy. If you wanna do it online on an iPad, go ahead. Yeah, I'm gonna go over the first two with you so you have an idea of what to do. So, go to the first two together. All right, number one. USSR, the Soviet Union. What number is it? So typically, when we talk about the Soviet Union, we've been referring to it in Europe. Well, it does expand way out in Asia too. It's a massive country, what Russia is, right? What is it, Damien? One, yeah, oh, okay, they're not all gonna be dead giveaways like that. Right, one, you just put it right next to USSR, and you know where it's at. If you wanna write it in, by all means, go ahead. I know the Soviet Union is pretty darn big, so you can be able to write it in. Some of the other smaller ones might be tough. Okay? All right, two, Japan. What number is this? Mason. 6. Yes, good job. Good job. All right. So you guys see what we're doing here? It's pretty simple. Just gonna go through it. And then don't forget the bodies of water down here. Those are gonna be the letters. Okay? And then refer to slide 8 in the slideshow. If you need to look, see how far Japan expanded during its time in 1942. Again, Pearl Harbor, we all know, is 1941. Here's their chance to expand without any other person stopping them, right? Any other country stopping them. All right, last thing. So I did attach a link to a game. You guys remember the game that we did for the European map? Same thing, but this is for the Pacific Theater. So fastest time, 100%. You guys know the drill here with this. Midway Islands, boom, Guam, China, Japan, Formosa, Taiwan, Coral Sea, Soviet Union, Australia, Iwo Jima, Okinawa, Guadalcanal. Oh. 100%. Okay, so again, fastest time, screenshot, and you're good. No. Okay. Again, guys, we'll go over it towards the end of class for like 5 minutes left.